Being an average man is being at the bottom now. Being the bare, like, you have to be smart, you need to be cunning, you need to be funny, you need to be interesting, you need to have a car, you need to be different, you need to be unique, you need to have a personality, and a girl can just simply show up. But they don't want you to know that.
Where did you get that stat from?
That's a common stat. You want me to look it up?
Yeah.
That is unfair, perhaps, but that's the way the game works. You need to become a man of importance. You need to become a man of influence, or you're going to suffer the pain of being invisible forever. Here
we go. Here's a stat. Nearly 1 in 3 young men in the U.S. report having no sex, study finds. 1 in 3 men ages 8 to 24 reported no sexual activity in the past year.
Yeah.
There you go.
Who are they asking?
Okay, bro, but this is...
I'm not really taking that stat.
Okay, sure, fine.
It's like those,
here is how you do it. I wasn't trying, or you're going to suffer the pain of being invisible forever. Here is how you do it. I wasn't trying to change the rules of the game. I was just telling the men how to win, because I came from nothing and I'm completely and utterly self-made. And I think the reason a lot of men are so depressed is because they feel invisible. They feel like the life is too hard. Women expect me to be strong and smart and funny and interesting with a nice apartment and a fast car and tall and well-connected and funny, and it's just too much for them to handle. And the social pressure on men is absolutely immense. And I was championing their issues. And at the same time, all these social media platforms pretend to care. As soon as somebody they resonate with stands up and champions their issues, they mass blanket ban me.
Because they want you to be weak so they can profit off of you. It's very simple. The weaker men are, the more money we give away to OF, the more time we spend addicted on Tinder, Instagram, OnlyFans, the more we spend all day scrolling, the sadder we get, the more we obey. The weaker you are, the easier you are to manipulate. They want you to stay addicted, they want you to be giving all your money away to thoughts, and they want to separate traditional gender roles.
Which shows they have absolutely no care for the young men of the world today. They think that by banning me, I'm just going to vanish, and the young men are just going to go and start eating the gruel that they're fed on their YouTube feed. They don't want to read. They don't want to see transgender people wear makeup. They don't want to see that. They want to see a man who has a bunch of money and a nice life and some fast cars and is strong and is confident. They want an action hero, and that's something that large portions of the world still want to be. And YouTube and social media platforms obviously just don't like the idea of that. They want as far more malleable, trying to create people which are more malleable and more easy to program and more easy to control.
So news accounts in the United States say...
Did you see that edit? Was that an edit?
This whole thing's been chopped up.
Like the idea of that.
This
they
isn't
want
the full
as
thing.
far more malleable, trying to create people which are more malleable and more easy to program and more easy to control.
So news accounts in the United States say that the U.S. Embassy in Bucharest, Romania, was tipped off to your misdeeds and alerted the local authorities you might be committing human trafficking. Given that this is the same charge they leveled against Julian Assange, or a species of it, you know, skeptical, but I want to know the details. Were you arrested for human trafficking? What happened?
Yeah, I was not arrested. So what happened is...
I'm so tired. Chad, how many of you are just sick of hearing this over and over and over and over again?
I suffered from a case of swatting. It's very popular with people who are large on the internet. Many large YouTubers have been swatted. It's where you call the police and you say somebody has a gun or there's a hostage situation and the SWAT team arrives. Somebody made a phone call to the American Embassy saying that I was holding women at my house. The police arrived. And let me state this now. I state this openly to the world. I have absolute respect for the police. I would hate to live in a country where if you call the police saying women are being held against their will, that the police don't respond. That would be terrible. Of course they should come and look. Absolutely. They turned up, they investigated, they realized that nobody was in the house against their will. There was no crime committed. They said, okay, you're not a suspect, but you are a witness to this, along with me, my brother, the housekeeper, the gardener. Everybody who was in the premises at the time was labeled a witness. We had to go to the police station for 45 minutes for pieces of paper. We filled them in and we were let go. I was swatted. Nobody was hurt. There's no human trafficking. There's no women who were tied up. There's none of these things. It's all
bullshit.